Welcome to the Ghana ICT Hub, a partnership between MTN Ghana and the Government of Ghana through the Ministry of Communications and Digitization. MTN pledged to support Ghana's digitization agenda in line with its ambition to lead the delivery of digital solutions for Africa's progress. In fulfillment of this pledge, MTN Ghana has committed $25 million toward the realization of the Ghana ICT Hub project. The objectives of the Ghana ICT Hub project is anchored on the following: to create an ICT-enabled environment for human capital and ICT skills development, to develop an ICT ecosystem through remote access delivery to facilitate job creation for national development, to provide a modern, state-of-the-art physical infrastructure to serve as a pillar for the digital Ghana agenda. The physical infrastructure, when completed, will provide 4,000 square meters of space with the following facilities: laboratories for technology training and research, innovation hub, co-working spaces for tech innovation startups, Tier 3 data center, conferencing facilities, offices and meeting rooms, commercial lettable spaces, gaming area, restaurant, ancillary facilities. The technology laboratories will be fitted with the next generation ICT equipment and applications to provide the youth of Ghana with practical training in Industry 4.0 technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, cloud computing, 3D printing, robotics, Internet of Things, IoT, advanced manufacturing techniques, cybersecurity, genetic engineering. The project also seeks to establish a complete ecosystem at the hub through remote access delivery to facilitate job creation for national development. The ecosystem shall comprise of MDAs, technology companies, startups, incubators, research agencies, leading universities globally, foundations worldwide, to create a community. 1. The ecosystem community shall bridge the divide between academia and industry and provide solutions to challenges in the key sectors of health, agriculture, and educational sectors of the economy. 2. It shall also run an innovation program providing mentoring and networking for the youth in tech startups. 3. The ecosystem community shall establish an innovation fund to support startups, research agencies, and other entities in the ecosystem. MTN Ghana and the Ministry of Communications and Digitization are championing the Ghana digital agenda for Ghana's development. Welcome to the digital age.
Everyone needs the perfect snack to munch on during a fun moment.
Wow.
Enjoy the tasty McBerry Twist Cupcakes, deliciously baked and packaged for a sweet treat. Premium quality cakes baked with love for all, enriched in butter and milk.
Yummy. Oh,
McBerry Twist Cupcakes, simply irresistible. Try one today. This advert is FDA approved.
I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker. I want you. I wanna say yes, I can't resist. I want you. Ooh, I want you, Alpha Cracker. I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker.
Alpha goodness rich in milk and butter in Alpha Cracker. Yummy and deliciously crunchy.
But I can't resist you.
Alpha Crackers, simply irresistible.
This advert is FDA approved.
Sweetheart, be mindful of your health. Dear products na dear makeup. I welcome you to Sigma Health and Beauty. You can call us the Beauty Embassy. Who pursue beauty more revealed with quality makeup products. There is only one place. The Sigma Health and Beauty 2022 Ghana Makeup Awards Beauty Retail Business of the Year. Of course, we are the defending champions. World-class makeup brands and Gwanyet on. You name it. Maybelline, Dark and Lovely, House of Tara, and many more. Your professionalism in the beauty industry is unmatchable. Ramin the proper way of applying our products. Sigma Health and Beauty, Yewa Accra, Makola, Georgina Stores, and Rollins Park, Gate 4. Fryer in 0248 138 596 and 0201 408 186. Or visit our online shop at www.beautyavenuegh.com. Sigma, your beauty, our joy.
Are you still searching for the right platform to share your voice, thoughts, and feelings? Then, the GhanaWeb Reporter on the GhanaWeb app is the perfect app for you. It is Ghana's only citizen journalism and infotainment platform. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, GhanaWeb Reporter links you up to the world. The reporter also gives you the opportunity to blog or become a citizen journalist, so you share stories with the rest of the world about cities, music genres, pop culture, tech, politics, etc. Download the GhanaWeb app from the Google Play Store or App Store on your smartphone and open it. Tap on the member button at the bottom of your screen and follow the easy steps to register with your phone number or email, and you are ready to become a reporter.
GhanaWeb Reporter, democratizing journalism and empowering content creators.
Young ones are still interested in photography. And yeah, I think it moved with the pencil, the whole realism art, drawing, pencil art, framing. It came with it, right? It rose with it, and I think it's still moving. Just that this has gone down a notch. This is different from photography.
Yes, of course.
Way different from photography. You can bring your very nice photo, and we are transforming it in pencil art.
They say tourism is one of the biggest exports any country could ever have. But how about arts? Now, there's been a new wave of young people venturing into their skills in the areas of arts. One of the young people who has been doing extremely well in that area is a man we are here to speak with. He goes by the name Enel Arts, who loves to do arts in a way that brings realism to life. Welcome to this special edition of GhanaWeb Special here on GhanaWeb TV with me, Echi Atisu. I'm in Amanfrom, just around Kaswa, here in the central region, to speak with this young man. Come along, let's explore the talent that is called Enel Arts. Come along. Enel, hi, what's up?
Cool.
It's good to have you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for welcoming us to your you have a nice studio here.
Thank you.
And I hope everything is well.
Yeah, my gosh, great.
I hope we can get to have some nice conversation.
Why not?
Interesting. All right, Enel. So what's up?
I'm cool.
I guess even this conversation can be had in some. We can do Ewe right. People will just jump on us. Anyway, but how's it been?
Cool.
We are both in the arts, so when I get to talk to other talented people like this, I just want to hear, because I'm unable to perhaps sometimes give answers.
Yeah.
Do you know how you came about knowing you could do this?
Well, you know, as children, a lot of us liked to doodle, sketch, draw, and all that. But I was lucky enough to have found my interest in that, and so that's what I've just kept doing throughout my life, and that's how.
Maybe you might not remember, but what do your parents tell you? How early did this start? This rare talent. How early did this start?
Well, from what they've told me, I think it was around 7 years, 5 or 7 years, between 5 and 7.
You must have been what? Nursery.
Okay. Yeah, nursery.
Very, very young.
Nursery. Yeah, very young.
Interesting. And it's been on and on like that till now.
Till now.
Is this something you passionately pursued because your parents were directing you into it?
Oh no, I think they recognized that I had interest in art, so they just kept supporting me, and yeah, they wouldn't stop you from doing what you like, and so that's like pushing you, that's like encouraging you, right? And so yeah, that's how it has been.
Let's get to know you better first of all. You go by the name NL Arts. That's what many of us know. But what's your real name? That's the question you get every day.
Oh,
especially now.
Yeah. Well, my real name is Israel Derek Abetifi.
Abetifi.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, and how many siblings do you have?
4.
Plus you?
Plus me 5.
Okay, plus you 5. Yeah. Interesting. You grew up in Accra?
Yeah, right here.
Right here in Accra. So you're an Accra boy. You're a DB.
Oh, I know you DB. I beg.
I mean, but that's what Accra people are DB. Yes, you have to come from somewhere to live in Accra to be regarded.
That's where you playing.
Oh, really? Yeah. Interesting. And so you schooled here and everything.
My school is just down the road.
Just down the road. Yeah. Oh, then you are a Kaswa boy.
Oh yeah.
Through and through.
100%.
Eesh, you get lands. We'll talk about that afterwards. But let's talk about the art. I mean, you caught a lot of people's attention from what you used to do in Trotro.
Yeah.
You would sketch people on the go. What inspired that?
Well, from the point I started my national service, right?
And you did your national service where?
Stanbic Bank.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was doing my national service. I wasn't getting enough time to draw. And it's something I'm passionate about, so I have to find time to do it. And there wasn't any time I could do that. So I recognized that in the bus. I spent too much time in the bus on the way to work. And I thought I could, use that time.
Just capitalize on that.
Yeah. And do some quick sketches just to keep up with the...
So it was nothing planned. You didn't think it was, maybe people intentionally want to plan to do something like this?
For me, if I plan I don't have to plan too much. If I plan too much, I'll end up not doing it because
it's much erratic,
thinking. Just take action, then you see the next step and you take it. See the next step, you take it. That's how I move. So I just followed the flow.
I see.
Yeah.
National service. What did you read in school?
Communications design.
Okay. So does it come with things like these?
Oh yeah. In first year they'll teach you how to draw. So they taught all
basic
of us
drawing.
Basic drawing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you went to which school?
Tech.
Okay, KNUST. Yeah. All right. Basic drawing and all that. Now fast forward back to the Trotro thing.
Yeah.
Now you spend a lot of time on the bus. You decided to take advantage. Why, you always had a book?
Yeah, it's right. Let me show you.
Okay.
So it's this book and this pen. Just this. It's as simple as they are just humble
people might
tools.
not see this as simple.
Yeah.
Simple tools, They
are just humble tools. And you can create magic and touch someone's life with it.
I see. Yeah. You started in the buses, Trotro. Let's keep it to Trotro.
Yeah,
so people get to
now.
understand that it's Trotro you're doing this in.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you sketched anyone? And who was that when you were in a bus?
When I was in the bus?
Yes. First person you sketched?
One of the first sketches I did in the bus was Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it didn't start with the Trotro. It started with celebrities who are trending online.
But you do it in the bus?
I do it in the bus.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of the first ones was Justin Bieber, then Kendrick Lamar, then Kelly.
Okay.
Remember Kelly? That girl who was trending online.
Yeah. Oh, the Kelly from the Francophone African.
Yeah.
That lady. Oh, okay. Not too far back. That must have been 2022 or this year, 2023.
2022.
Oh, okay. Last year.
Just last year.
Okay. All right. And when you do the sketches, do you show them to anyone when you're done?
No. I was just trying to keep a sketchbook, just to keep myself busy. And so that's how I started before I transitioned to the random church people and strangers.
People can be quite nosy in the church. What do people say when they see you?
They just look and look away.
Have you had anyone say anything weird to you before in those moments?
Oh, no, not really.
Nobody ever said anything?
No, nothing weird.
Okay, then that means you have always been that good. So they see it and they are wowed by it.
Oh yeah. The couple of people that have actually spoken to me in the process of drawing liked it. Yeah.
People take your contacts.
The mates.
They
Charlie,
do that.
if you want church meets now, just come to me.
You get plenty, eh?
Oh, I get them a number so.
Charlie.
I crack church meets.
But then they pay for rights again.
Oh, I pay. That's in. I want it to be totally free.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the intention. It's not like I'm drawing to sweep off my fare. But then recently, I think it was just yesterday, one of the church mates I drew gave me a free ride. I paid and he gave my money back to me.
The money back to you.
It felt really good.
Very, very interesting. Yeah. Now you get to start from the big names, Justin Bieber's, the Kellys. Those ones are very popular. What made you zero in down from big names like that all the way to sometimes we don't know who the mates are?
Yeah.
We fight with them every day. Why those people?
I think their story is intriguing. So when you draw them, their reaction is natural. Those are the top there. They've gotten a lot of these.
They see it a lot.
So they might not appreciate it as much as someone who wouldn't be expecting someone to draw him. Yeah, I think that's it.
And I'm still intrigued about the trotro mate bit because when you sketch them, how long does it take you to maybe finish one sketch?
Yeah, the fastest so far was 30 minutes.
30? Fastest?
Or is it 30? I think it was 18 minutes.
Okay.
18 minutes. That's the fastest so far. Because the trotro is moving, you have to be careful about your strokes and all that. So 18 minutes.
I actually was going to ask you how you're even able to keep your...
It's really stressful, strenuous, bro.
But you're able to still get a perfect picture.
I have to get it.
Now tell me, is it that you have a photographic memory such that you just see them and you take a photo? What do you do?
I'm not that special. I take a video.
Okay.
I freeze one of the frames and I look on my phone and draw.
But that's even still special. The fact that you can do that in a moment, capture. Yeah. And you always get these kinds of reactions. Do you have people? Do you have other mates actually stop you to say, actually, do this for me?
One saw me at a Cromwell. Yeah, I hadn't picked this car before. I don't know him from anywhere. I think he's seen my videos.
Okay.
And he said I should draw him. It was a nice moment.
Oh, interesting. And now it's good you mentioned videos. Now, the advent of social media and all that. You do a lot of things on Instagram, TikTok. Yeah. How has that helped your craft?
Exposure. Before I started this, I was thinking of ways to market myself. And all I could think of was going hard on marketing. And being everywhere, slapping every social media platform with my art consistently. And that's what I've been doing now. And it's working. My customers, my clients see that and they reach out to me, place an order for commissions, then I do it for them. Yeah.
I see. Now, more or less, you have been able to zero in on exactly which aspect of the art you are doing. That's it. Do you only sketch trotro mates for free? Which other people do you do for free?
Oh,
maybe someone interviewing you for free.
Maybe.
Which other people do you?
Oh, just sometimes if I see the person and he or she has a striking character. That is.
What would you say your striking characters? Typical striking characters will look like what? They look down. They look happy. How do you tell? What's random?
They stand out.
Okay.
They stand out. You can see from their face that they have a lot going on. Yeah, they have some very troubling stories.
And I noticed that you tell stories from those artworks. They're not just sketches.
Yeah.
You're actually trying to capture moments and stories in there.
Yeah.
So you're not just an artist, you're a storyteller.
I'm following your footsteps.
Oh man, no. I mean, the focus is on you today. So you're a storyteller too, through arts. Okay. I want us to just take a short break.
Sure.
When we return, I'll find out about all the juicy aspects of this area of arts that you are in right now. So we'll return briefly, and then we can continue with this conversation. Sure.
Sweetheart, be mindful of your health. Dear Products Nadia Makeup, I welcome you to Sigma Health and Beauty. You can call us the Beauty Embassy. Who pursue beauty more revealed with quality makeup products. There is only one place. The Sigma Health and Beauty 2022 Ghana Makeup Awards Beauty Retail Business of the Year. Of course, we are the defending champions. World-class makeup brands and Quaniton, you name it. Maybelline, Dark and Lovely, House of Tara, and many more. Your professionalism in the beauty industry is unmatchable. Bramian the proper way of applying our products. Sigma Health and Beauty, Yewa Accra, Makola, Georgina Stores, and Rollins Park, Gate 4. Fryer in 0248 138 596 and 0201 408 186. Or visit our online shop at www.beautyavenuegh.com. Sigma, your beauty, our joy.
So, welcome back. We're still here with NL Arts. NL, now this is how we found you. We found you on social media, and because you had sketched some of these guys, and you caught our attention. The same way we found you. Have other big names found you as well? People who have been intrigued by your artwork or something. Has that happened?
Well, so far not quite. I've had some people come to me, but nothing confirmed yet. Yeah, so. But
at least there have been some moves made.
There been some.
Does that make you disappointed or not?
No. It makes me. It keeps me on my toes. It just reminds me that I have to work harder, and so that these bigger institutions can see me and come approach me and move on with whatever I have to do.
Now the arts you do is more or less like photography, because I know there was a time photography was just booming. Every young person was getting into photography. More or less the same thing that's happening in the area of this realism, hyper-realism, all these kinds of arts that you do. How competitive or not is the industry? And tell me whether or not you feel like you are competing against it, or it worries you, any of such things.
Well, first, young ones are still interested in photography. And I think it moved with the pencil, the whole realism art, drawing, pencil art, framing it. It came with it, right? It rose with it, and I think it's still moving. Just that this has gone down a notch.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Is it the photography that is?
Oh no! This is different from photography.
Yes, of course.
Way different from photography. You can bring your very nice photo, and we are transforming it into pencil art.
So, which aspect of the art is actually doing better now?
I can't really tell. Because every artist and the way they create. It's just that this is trending now among the younger ones. They are inspired by what they see online, the bigger artists they see online, just like I was inspired by some bigger artists online. So they are inspired by them, and they also try to do these pencil drawings. It's the basics of art actually. Knowing how to draw and shade. That's how you know how to blend your tones when you move to painting. You understand? So, yeah.
But you don't paint.
I paint.
You paint as well,
yeah.
But you don't do a lot of that.
I do.
You do a lot of that.
Yeah. It's just that the treacherous sketches caught you. I've caught everybody's eyes.
And so we'd like to know, I mean, apart from the sketches, you do painting, which other things in the area of arts you do?
I'm actually a musician.
Okay.
I sing. Yeah, I do live paintings.
Okay.
Pencil drawings, as you can see. And basically anything art.
Have you released a song, anything like that, or you're not in studio?
I've not released a song yet, but I'm in the process of,
Okay. What kind of music do you do?
A Afro soul guy. Afro soul. I actually listen to every kind of music.
So you love to blend.
Yeah.
So there's a difficulty with the name, right?
It's kind of difficult to.
But there's some Afro in there.
Yeah, there's some Afro and there's some soul in there. But I like to blend everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot, eh? Yeah. They call it Potogum Shegum.
Bro.
That's what it's called, eh?
I'll go with that.
Yes, that's a long one. We'll see how I sell that to the world. Yeah. But I mean, business-wise, how is business for you? Are you making some cash?
Yeah.
Some that I can carry away? Maybe when I'm leaving.
Can't carry some away.
Oh, it's not gotten to that level yet.
Yeah, it's good. So far, it's good for the beginning. I'm still at the beginning stages. Yeah, so far it's good. Okay. I'm hopeful that it will advance and the figures would increase.
Okay. So I take it that the figures are like 6 now. You're hoping it gets to like an 8. Maybe that's a prophecy, by the way. You may never know.
I'll go with the prophecy.
That's very interesting. Yeah. Now, but what do you think about the future of arts? I mean, some of us growing up, we used to worry that things like even writing was not as accepted. Today, what you do today is well accepted, maybe because of the advent of the internet. But next 5 years, 10 years, what do you see the world of arts like for us, maybe here in Ghana and then the world over?
Yeah, well, you see the way technology is fast advancing. I think and we cannot do without it, right? That's the way art is also going with it. Like you cannot advance without art. Back then, people didn't really respect graphic designers, but right now, graphic designers are one of the top most paid people in the industry.
They're as expensive as programmers. Yeah.
Graphic design is not cheap.
Yes.
Art itself is not cheap. So the way art technology is moving fast, art is following it. We need artists to design all the interfaces, even though AI wants to spoil things small.
I was going to ask you about AI.
It wants to spoil things small.
How is it spoiling small? Is it taking business away from people like you?
It's taking business away from people who do digital art.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can just key in some words and AI will generate your LinkedIn photos for you. Yeah. So
even here in Ghana.
Yeah. Oh, people do it.
I see.
You can just key in a few words, transform my picture to something,
and it just does it for you
in a few minutes. So it's taking business from those who do digital art.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. But then there's also another interesting aspect of what you do in this area of the arts. I'm wondering if you can, I just want to see if you can help me understand this. Now there are ways that maybe even state actors can tap into what you do for some kind of work. Do you think it's an area that our leaders are not looking at? Or what? We have ministries, departments like that, but do you think they've done enough to be able to help some of you build up what you're doing?
I mean, there are so many possibilities with art, and there are so many of them that this country, in particular Ghana, has not tapped. I mean, we are still now absorbing the whole art thing. We are growing small because of social media, internet. We are seeing how people deal with art. So we are grasping it small bits by bits. And so I think eventually the leaders would tap into this side of the whole art thing.
Do you see a Ghana, for instance, where, in advanced countries, the US, the Europe, and all of those other places, there are instances, for instance, in a court setting where there is an artist or a sketcher, whoever, that is able to bring to life the things that are in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Is that something you think can be explored here?
Oh yeah. Largely, we can really explore that.
Is that something you can do?
Yeah, I do live paintings at weddings.
Okay.
So it's something I, in particular, can do. And something that this country can take upon themselves and explore further. We would even encourage more younger ones to pursue art.
I see. Now, do you think arts like you do is something people can do alongside other things? Maybe a doctor who wants to paint. Is that something people can do?
Yeah, at your leisure time, you can paint.
These days, there's no leisure time.
Well, I'm getting to it. So, because there's no leisure time, if you want to do art and get serious with it,
okay,
like me, you have to stop whatever you are doing and pursue it 100%. So I was working in the bank.
Okay.
I stopped and I'm pursuing art fully now. My dad said a couple of days ago that these days, anything you do, if you take it seriously, you thrive. You'll become good and you'll flourish. I was like, yeah, these days you don't joke with anything, anybody. You don't play with anything. So just pick something, be serious with it, and in the long run, you will be successful. That's how it is now.
So leaving the bank was no regret for that at all?
No regret. It was hard because I had already made a family over there, the marketing department. I already made a family over there. So leaving there was emotional for me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Now a lot of them see you. What do they say to you when they see you?
Oh, they are proud of me. A lot of them are my
clients.
Yeah, clients and
taking their money.
yeah. We are kind of like family now. So
okay.
I need any advice, I go to them and they guide me small. Yeah.
Well, now this is what you do full time. How do people reach you mostly, apart from the usual things? How do people usually get in touch with you?
Social media.
I'm
always on social media.
Okay.
So when you want to reach me, just send a DM.
And what's the socials? How do we reach you on socials?
NL Arts everywhere.
NL Arts.
Yeah.
Is there an underscore anywhere?
Just key in NL Arts. It's 2 accounts on Instagram, right?
Okay.
But you just enter NL Arts. The 2 will pop up.
And they're both your accounts?
They're both my accounts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, young people who want to venture into maybe this kind of art, what would you tell them about specializing, especially when it comes to arts? What would you tell young people out there, people who want to follow in your footsteps?
Learn everything. They should learn everything and do more works. The more you do more works, the more you realize where you are more comfortable with, the kind of materials you are more comfortable to work with and all that. So you should just do more works and practice more. That's basically it.
What should we be expecting from you in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, inshallah, one of the big names out there. I'm hoping to take Ghana worldwide.
Are there particular people you are targeting? Maybe you want to draw, you want to sketch particular people like that?
No particular person. Anybody that strikes me, I'll draw you.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Anyway, thank you very much. It's been a brief conversation, but I've really loved this, and I hope that you continue to draw more and to sketch more. So, all the best. And we love what we see, the young generation coming up. People like me, I'm not that old, but we love what we see. And it's interesting that we are expanding into other areas. So thank you. Thank you for agreeing to speak with us.
Thank you for interviewing me.
You are most welcome. Yeah. So that's been NL Arts. NL Arts. Look for him on social media anywhere, NL Arts, and get to follow some of the amazing work that he's doing. My name is Echi Atiso, and this has been GhanaWeb Special.
Where we are standing now was a refuse dump.
Okay.
The whole place was a refuse dump.
At the time the land was given to you?
Yes. This is where the whole community were throwing their refuse.
Oh, wow.
And so you can't imagine
how filthy the place was.
Yes.
It's always exciting to have you back on the People and Places show here on GhanaWeb TV. The view behind me tells it all. We are in the heart of the eastern region, specifically in Kwewu, Abetifi. And today we are going to tell you another interesting story. It's all about the Abetifi Stone Age Park. Right after this break, we'll meet our guest who will tell us about this beautiful place. My name is Wanda Ami Edwasari. We'll be right back. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, morning.
So welcome back. This is our special guest for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Ben Ado.
Yeah.
How are you doing, sir?
Fine, fine.
Great. And you have a very beautiful place.
Thank you. Thank you.
How old is this park?
The park is in itself 9 years. We started 9 years ago.
Okay.
But it has a long history.
Right.
A long history, 12,500 years.
Right.
Yeah.
But you were born and bred here?
Both parents are from here, from Abetifi. Okay. So I'm 100% Abetifi.
I can see. Okay.
Yeah.
So he will be taking us round the place today, and he has all the details you need to know about this place. So sir, where will we begin our tour from?
Yeah, we can show you our restaurant.
Okay.
And then we move on to the workshop.
Right.
Pass through, the other places.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we even begin the tour, what is the story behind this place?
Yeah. It's 1940. There was one British called Thurston Shaw. Thurston Shaw came here and made excavations in our cave. There is a cave here down. And he realized that people stayed in the cave, so he wrote it down. And 2013, another professor also came in, and he also made another excavations because now they have the technology to date. Thurston Shaw couldn't date, so he made
the discovery to a point.
Yeah, so he came with another team to try and date, and that is where and when I met them.
Okay.
So we met in the cave.
This was when?
That was 2010.
2010.
2010.
Were you in Ghana then?
Yes, I came on holidays, and fortunately I met them in the cave.
You came on holidays?
Yes.
Okay, so before then, where were you?
I stayed in Germany for 25 years.
Okay.
I was teaching the art.
Right.
So art is my profession.
Right.
Yeah. So we once came on holidays, and we went to our land, and we saw them. We met them that they want to do excavations in our cave. So I asked them why they were there, and that is when they told me that Teston Shaw came, and that is the reason why they are here to try and date the place. Yeah, so we exchanged contacts, and later he wrote me back and told me 12,500 years ago people were staying in the cave. And I said, wow.
12,500 years. That's a very long time.
Yes. Just imagine 10,500 years before Jesus Christ was even born. And people were here in Abetifi.
Before you continue, when at the time you found out that these researchers had come to do excavations, who was the land for?
The land, fortunately or unfortunately, belonged to my mother.
Okay.
So when I was a child, we used to go there. You see, my parents were not staying in Abetifi. They were outside. But sometimes, like funerals or some festivals, they used to come to Abetifi. And always they wanted people to know that the land belongs to them. Okay. So they would send us to the farm, and then, and this place was, for me, a sacred place because we would send like laborers to the farm to try and weed. They wouldn't weed like 20 square meters, and then they would find a python.
Okay.
Yes, very big snake. And by then, my parents always would let us stay in the cave, and they would go into the forest.
So the cave was habitable?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we will always, that was where we were cooking and doing everything. We, the children, we were always in the cave waiting for them. So these people, these laborers will bring the snake, this very huge.
Alive?
No, killed.
Okay.
You see, they will make a peg.
Okay.
And then peg the head, and this animal will struggle for about 30 minutes, whatever, before it dies. And then they will pull it to us in the cave, and then try to divide it to take it home.
Okay.
Yeah. And so
you were eating snake meat?
No, but our
some people
the laborers, yes.
Okay.
And so it was, for me, all the time in my mind, this place is a sacred place. Such snakes, we have to do something. So all along when I was in Germany, I was always thinking, pondering over it. What am I going to do there? What? And so when it came, it was like a lot of...
Just, an opportunity.
Opportunity
to make your dreams come true.
Yes, come true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So I talked to the chief, and he gave me the land. And immediately I started. I didn't have any problems of doing something like that.
That was in 2010, because you had already imagined.
Yeah. So when I went back to Germany, I made a lot of researches, bought a lot of books. My wife was always helping me, putting things together, how we could. So we planned coming back home. Yeah. And that was when I started with the cave.
Okay.
First, I started with the statues, and then started preparing the land. So the chief gave me 52 acres of land.
That's how big the park is.
That is 52 acres.
That's very
big.
Yes,
it was surprising for me how he could even give me that. And unfortunately, where we are standing now was a refuse dump.
Okay.
The whole place was a refuse dump.
At the time the land was given to you?
Yes. This is where the whole community were throwing their refuse.
Oh, wow.
And so you can't imagine
how filthy the place was.
The scent, the plastics, and flies. And sorry to say, this is where people were also going to toilets.
Okay.
Yes. And it was horrible. And so it was, for me also, one of my agenda to clear
transform
it.
The
yes,
place.
to transform the place, because my house is just close here, and it was also worrying me.
And I saw.
Yes. So that was the first thing I did. And we used a 20-wheeler truck. It went in 22 times before I could clear all the refuse from here.
22
times.
You can imagine how much
it was horrible.
Of filth was here.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Wow.
So this was the first place, and I started planting the trees. People were farming there, and I also gave some portions of the farms to other people to do their farming, and I started also planting my trees. So after some time, the trees were bigger, and they couldn't farm, so they had to move away. Or when I needed the land, I would shift them to another place. So that was how I was trying to save money also to do this. And all along, I was also working on the statues.
Okay.
So in all, I have 17 statues so far, and that is what I have in the cave.
In the cave.
Yes.
So we'll be going to the cave.
We'll be going to the cave.
I just wanted to have a brief insight into how this place actually came to be.
Yeah.
So I'm sure while the conversation goes on, we'll be going around at different places.
Yeah.
And each place has a story.
Yes.
Mr. Ado is ready to tell us all about it. So
yes.
Get yourself geared up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are here. What, aside this place being a rubbish or a landfill site that was cleared, what else can you tell us about this place?
Yeah. So I went to the forestry department, asked if we could have some cut-offs. And so I turned them to tables and chairs, something natural here, to have here as the center of the place, a restaurant, a bar, and everything.
Okay.
And this statue also, I made it. It's also very tall, magnificent, just because of where it is standing. Because if I had done it the natural height, we couldn't have recognized it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I made it bigger so that everybody can see. So this is how...
So it was already here?
No,
okay,
I made it.
Created.
Yeah, I made it.
But what does it represent, though?
One of the cavemen. They were all naked.
Okay.
They were naked, yeah.
At the time.
So that is my imagination how...
Right.
Yes.
One of them looked like. Okay.
So he has his stick.
And the stone.
Yeah, that is a snail.
In
it's
his
unfortunate,
hand?
Yes. It's unfortunate the snail is looking up. So from down here, from where we are standing, it looks like it's a stone.
Yeah.
But if you get closer, and I should have probably turned it so that
you can see the head from the side. But it's fine. It's fine. I mean, once you're able to tell what this is when you get close.
It's a snail.
Okay.
It's a snail because with the excavations, they had a lot of snail shell deposits.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I know definitely that
there
they
were
were
snails
eating
here.
Snails.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So this is the restaurant, and we are trying to, because also we don't have money, we are trying to recycle everything.
Okay.
And as you see here, we have these beautiful rocks, and our kitchen is behind. So in order not to also have the wastewater here and stinky, we try to recycle the water. So I'm going to show you how we did it.
Okay.
With our wastewater from the kitchen.
Yeah. Okay, but I mean, before then, these rocks, stones, how did they get here? Because I'm sure when you cleared the place, it wasn't looking like this initially.
No.
Okay.
There were, as I said, filled and some black soil also on it. So we finished building the house, and all these pillars you see, because they are standing on rocks, I drilled myself because I wanted to be sure they are strong enough. So all the iron rods, I drilled them into the rocks, tied them before we made the pillars.
Okay.
And I didn't want to have cement on the rocks. So we finished building the house before removing the black soil. So before I didn't know what was under here. And God so good, being so good, there was like these steps here. Because,
already there.
Yeah, you see, it's on 2 levels.
Yeah.
And I was pondering how we could climb up. And God being so good,
it was
already there and the other side. So it was very clear for me to use those places as paths.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this rock you see behind, it was also lying in front here. So we had to pull to that side. And the other one also was lying also in front of the rock. So we pulled it to the other side.
So it's more or less like you took the soil off and then rearranged
everything. Right. Almost everything was like, but I didn't know how it looked like. It was always a surprise for me as I worked further.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is our purification system. So we have the kitchen behind. The wastewater comes in here. It's piped to this side. So as you can see, it's a filth.
Okay.
And it doesn't smell. This is because the soaps and the oils and everything has formed a layer on top, so it's sealed. And the fresh water comes under here and passes through the rocks.
So the waste comes on top,
in here.
It filters it, then the water goes down.
The water goes down. And the water passes through this pipe. So you saw it, the layer on top. So it passes under through these rocks. When it comes here, it's clean. And charcoal takes out the scent and all the germs out of it. So by the time it gets to this point, it's clean. And so we've laid the pipes here. That was the reason why we also made this flower bed.
Okay.
Because we didn't want to show the pipes.
So it serves as a cover.
It serves as a cover.
Right.
Yeah. So it's all underneath here.
But I'm curious though, the charcoal.
Yes.
Do you burn it yourself? Or
no, it's ordinary charcoal from the market.
Okay, so you buy.
We bought it from the market. So this is the water. The pipe is laid under here and it comes out through this side.
Oh, okay.
And as you
That's
can
very
smell,
clean water. Okay.
Very clean. You can drink even if you want.
Wow.
And so the water goes down, and that is where we are using it as our waterfalls.
Wow.
Yeah. So underneath, we've built a tank. A tank underneath there. That is why we have the rocks. Yeah. And we have created a tank. We've built a tank underneath.
Okay.
So the water is
contained in the...
Yeah, harvested there. And inside we have a pump.
Okay.
So the pump brings the water back through. That is why we planted the greens.
Okay.
So the pipes is under the greens and then comes back. So
so the water is just going round.
Going round. So when the other comes, it collects all the time, and then we are always circulating the water.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
This is really creative. This was your idea?
Yes. Yes.
How did this? Or it's all part of the art.
Part of the art too, but also necessity. You know, because I needed to find means of getting rid of
the wastewater
from the things, and so
I'm really impressed.
So imagine we in Accra, all this wastewater from the gutters. If we are to channel it to and you don't need any machine, anything. It's probably the pumping where you may need a machine, but filtering is just a matter of sun and all that.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So we have waterfalls and it's running all the time because
The
we are
water
always
keeps producing water.
Yeah, we are always producing water.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
It's all out of necessity. It's like the wall you see here. We had this fence wall. It belonged to the neighbor, and I needed to cover it because it wasn't looking nice. And as I said before, the whole place was filthy. Plastics, people
All
were,
over.
yeah. So we used these stones. These stones are from Abetifi here.
Okay.
We used them, and I wanted to have the name on it. And I wanted something which is, how do you call it, sustainable.
Okay.
So I decided to use bottles.
Broken bottles.
Yeah. I was first thinking of tiles, but floor tiles, I didn't find it nice. So it fell in my mind, why not bottles? And so I wrote to Ghana Guinness, and they sponsored me with the bottles. And so we used it to write. And it's always, it never fades.
Yeah.
So
it's done justice to the wall.
yes,
It's very beautiful.
and now it's beautiful. And
Very
from
beautiful.
all over Abetifi, like if you are in the secondary school in Pepiasi, the neighboring town, you can still
read
see,
this.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and when the sun also shines on it, it glitters.
It gives it a different.
Yeah. You see.
This
So,
is very impressive.
so that
right?
is that.
Very impressive. Right?
Yeah.
So let's hold it here. This is just one aspect of the park, 52 acres. There's so more to learn. So don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick break. Stay with us.
Everyone needs the perfect snack to munch on during a fun moment.
Wow.
Enjoy the tasty McBerry Twist Cupcakes, deliciously baked and packaged for a sweet treat. Premium quality cakes baked with love for all, enriched in butter and milk.
Yummy.
McBerry Twist Cupcakes, simply irresistible. Try one today. This advert is FDA approved.
Thanks for staying with us. We are still at the Abetifi Stone Age Park, and this is still People and Places. Now we are at the workshop of Mr. Ado. He's going to take us to the things he does here. This is where he produces everything before he takes them out to the park. So let's get going. After you.
Yeah, so this is my house, and I finished everything. Fortunately for me, I finished it before all this thing came in.
Okay.
Yes, if it had come earlier, probably I wouldn't have spent the money here.
Okay.
So fortunately for me, I finished building the house
before you found out about
with the rocks and everything. So I had my experience. So it was easy for me deciding
to duplicate or replicate that.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
So here too, the whole the house is practically on water.
I see. Because the land size then was around 4.5 acres that we were occupying. So you could imagine the population then.
Now let's put this in perspective.
Yeah.
That land was not for the market. It was not owned by you.
Yes, it was a government land. It formed part of University of Gold Coast when we did a search, which means it belongs to Legon.
So that means it's government land.
It's government land.
Okay. In June 2021, GhanaWeb reported on something that happened here at the Tetekwashi Arts and Crafts Village, and it was a demolition exercise. The entire livelihoods of these traders had been razed down when that exercise happened, and it's been over 2 years now. We're back here to see what's happening. But you know what? Let me just take you a little back to see what actually happened.
On the 8th of this year, on the 8th of January this year, we were here, and then the court bailiffs, police, and then the plaintiff company came that they are coming to take possession of the land. So we pleaded with them. We told them that it's of a short notice because we've been here for over 30 years without any interference. However, we also consulted, or we confined the then or the current Honorable MP, Honorable Lydia Al-Hassan, who also advised us to re-look into the list of the land. So he led us to lands, and then we conducted an official search where we found out that Lands Commission has reserved 1.56 acres of the 7 acres of land here still for. So we applied to Lands Commission for that 1.56 acres of land to be leased to us, which Land Commission has agreed and have written us a letter, one for the union and one to the district assembly. So as I am talking, we are still in the process of acquiring that 1.56 acres of land, where the district assembly also promised to develop that place where we'll be relocated. So when they came first for the demolition exercise, we told them that we know that all the land does not belong to them, so they should go. We are ready to move onto our 1.56 acres so that they can have their portion, but they did not agree. So they came back on the 8th with land guards, police, and then destroy our goods, destroy like 1/3 of the whole market, but then leaving about 1 acre of land. So we told them that we want to go to our 1.5, but they said already they have leveled that place and spent money, so we should remain where we are. So we mobilized ourselves, raised funds, our last resort, and then rearranged and reconstructed our shops. We constructed about 150 new shops within 3 months, and we have just started doing business. Then yesterday we were here, and then they came with police and then excavators and pulled down our newly built structures. My problem is they have been coming to the site since we started the new construction. They did not tell us to stop. They did not say go back to your land. They watch us, we finish everything and have just started business. This time they did not allow us even to take anything. They destroy all our goods. As we are here, we are stranded. We are calling on Ministry of Tourism because that is where we belong. I am presuming in the next 5 years, if government shouldn't take a look at the handicraft sector, we may be importing handicraft from Burkina Faso and other neighboring African countries.
You know, you should have let us know so that we will know what to do. You understand? But you give us hope, the kids and the government and what all. They say this is what is happening, and this is the place that you people have given us for temporary, so that later we'll talk the thief and then on the place. You understand me? Just understandably, no information, nothing. I was here 3 days today. The next day I come, everything is scattered, and I don't know why. You understand me? So I also plead to the government to see us and know what you can do to us, because now some of us now they don't know where to go. Even the what is called the new shop that we build, some of our people they didn't even started working safe. I started the work with the new shop almost 2 weeks now. The market hasn't go anything well with me before this thing. So in fact I was just confused. So we are asking the government to look for us, because we all Ghanaians. You understand me? Once the leader did, then at least you have to do something.
That was Frank Toda 2.5 years or so ago, and he's here again. Frank.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I hope you're doing well.
I'm fine, sir.
And chairman of the Tetekwashi Arts and Crafts Village.
Market, yeah.
Market.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a walk whilst we have this conversation.
Okay.
I know that it's been well over 2 years since what we just saw happen. But give me a fair idea. Let's go back, flashback.
Yeah.
How was it for you? All the things that happened around that time. Yeah. Tell me, what's the experience like when you look back on it today?
Oh, my brother, it wasn't a nice experience. It's just like to say over 30 years, decade of your livelihood have just been taken away from you in a twinkle of an eye. What happens to your family, your dependents? It was a nightmare. You can't sleep. You know, since then, we have been at home for over 1.5 years.
So wait, right after the demolition, you stayed at home for
over one and a half years.
But before we get to that, let me understand a better picture of what the market used to look like. How many of you were affected in 2021?
In 2021, we had 250 craft shops.
Craft shops.
And in each shop, we have not less than 4 people in that shop. Okay. So you can multiply 4 by
so
250 by 4.
That's
we are looking at 1,000 something.
1,000 plus.
You know, aside restaurants, every art and craft village need to have a restaurant and bar. Okay. So if you add all those, you could see people who were selling pure water, they are not among these 1,000. But you can just get a picture clearly. It's above 1,000.
I see.
Because the land size then was around 4.5 acres that we were occupying. So you could imagine the population then.
Now let's put this in perspective.
Yeah.
That land was not for the market. It was not owned by you.
Yes, it was a government land. It formed part of University of Gold Coast when we did a search, which means it belongs to Legon.
So that means it's government land.
It's government land.
Okay.
That market, as I mentioned earlier in the video, was situated by AMA, whereby 30 years ago, the artisans were dotted all around the Tetekwashi runabout. And I think that then big man, let me put it like that in Ghana man's language, at AMA then saw the potential in the business. So they decided to situate all of them at that place. And they call it Tetekwashi Art and Craft Market, as it is known.
Because
in
even
Ghana.
This area is actually the Tetekwashi runabout area.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, you know, the many hotels and its proximity to the airport and so on and so forth. That what makes it location very, 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 very good for, you know, handicraft business, which also falls under tourism, as we all know. So I would say since then, the market has been flourishing. It has been a home for grooming new artisans. It has been a home for even some young musicians those days. It has been a home for any talented person and art who finds himself in the city of Accra and doesn't have any place to go. The Kwashi Art Market used to be a hub for, you know, grooming new talents. Even I personally, completing Pando Secondary School as a visual art student, we know that in Ghana, we don't have industry that will employ a secondary school graduate, an artist. You have to employ yourself. So I found myself in Tetekwashi Craft Village then in 1999. And since then, I have been able to use the market to polish my craft.
It means that you've been working in this market since 99?
Yes, since 99. You know, so I would say that this is where I groomed my talent as a craft person, and now one of the most outstanding craft business people in the industry and in Ghana as we speak. So assuming if there were no craft market then, what would I be by now?
Now this is not the only craft market in the greater Accra region, right?
Yeah.
Which other ones are there?
Well, we have, we used to have Legion Village. We used to have Legion Village around Opebia. It was also demolished, like Tetekwashi Art and Craft Market was demolished. Then we have Art Center, that's National Center for Culture.
That's the biggest?
That's the biggest.
Which is Central Accra?
Art Center Accra. But as I said earlier in our earlier encounter, Tetekwashi Craft Market has been the second most largest and most patronized art and craft markets in Ghana and in Accra on record.
let's bring people here.
Yeah.
Not physically,
Yes.
but what do you sell here? What kind of things do you have in this place?
Honestly, as I said, when you mention the word craft market, you expect to see made in Ghana products.
All
mainly.
these made in Ghana?
All these things you see here, let me say 90% are produced right here in Ghana, while 10% are produced in our neighboring countries like Burkina, Senegal, Mali, and so on. So when you come here, you will find African wear, you will find wood carving, you will find leather work, you will find painting, fine art, ceramics, sculpture.
You do ceramics here as well?
The ceramic, because of space, we do it somewhere, and then we bring them here for finishing.
But every other thing like the
woodwork is done right here in the market. If not 100%, you know, the woodwork industry is like a division of labor. Somebody does the raw carving, somebody does the finishing, somebody does the painting, and so on and so forth. So sometimes you see one piece of art, but it is not completely done by one person. So I would say that mostly 80% of the works are done right here in the market. As you can see, somebody, you know, polishing some art pieces over there. Yeah.
All right. Now, it's been 2+ years. When that old land, which you said was how big? 1.4?
Like let's say 4 acres.
4 acres. Now, you've been relocated to a relatively smaller space. Tell me about this space. How has it been for you?
Well, I would say that our elders say half a loaf is better than none. It would have, a different story would have been told, even if we hadn't gotten this small piece of land. I would say that, yes, I am happy for now that at least we can continue our livelihood, but we wish and plead with government that the government should take a second look at the handicraft sector. We need a modern craft village in Accra, in Greater Accra region. It will solve the unemployment, the armed robbery issues in Accra, because the industry is big and it's really lucrative. You know, the white people bought our let me say, our human labor, our doctors and so on and so forth, they go there, but our craft aspect is still here with us. We have to take a second look at it.
I see. Now, I want to know about customers. From the old side, 4 acre or so, up to now. Have your clientele changed? Do people still come here to buy?
Honestly, I would say that the advantage we have now is, first we were down, but now we are up. But the truth is,
when you say down, that means when the demolition happened?
No, with the landscape. Where we were first, it was down like in a valley. But where we are now is like, let's say, on top. So people can easily see you. We are also closer to the...
so this is even much better?
Let me say that, because one, unlike the first place, here we took our time. It's a well-organized market, as you can see.
This looks well
organized. And everywhere is covered. When it's raining, you are there. You don't have to worry about rain and so on and so forth. But our challenge is, you know, when the demolition happened, it went far, you know, across Ghana. So customers think we are no more existing. So I think this will be an opportunity for us to let them know that we thank God. Let me say, government have listened to our plea. They have found a small place for us, but it's manageable for now.
Let me allow you to catch your breath. We'll just briefly return, and then we'll talk about all the other aspects of the business. This is still Say It Loud on GhanaWeb TV. We'll return shortly.
I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker. I want you. I wanna say yes, I can't resist. I want you. Ooh, I want you, Alpha Cracker. I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker.
Don't me call one casa. Have a goodness rich in milk and butter. in Alpha Cracker. Yummy and deliciously crunchy.
But I can't resist you.
Alpha Crackers, simply irresistible.
This advert is FDA approved.
I'm here with Frank Toda. Toda is the chairman of the Tetekwashi Arts and Crafts Market here in Accra. Frank, now, before we went on that break, you spoke about the business now. Relatively better for you all now. What's the future like for you, for every one of you?
Well, I would say that as far as the craft business is concerned, we have a future. But, you know, we as artisans need permanent land or permanent location, you know, to do our business.
What efforts are you making in that regard?
Honestly, our plan here is within the next 5 years, we should be able to raise money by ourselves to acquire land. They said if your parents give birth to you and they cannot take care of you, you have to find a way to take care of yourself. So this is our plan, because with our current location, we know any big development like road extensions and any government development could also affect us again. Okay. So it's like we truly need a permanent place, and I'm hoping that in the next 5 to 10 years, we should be able to organize ourselves for that project. Yeah.
Okay. So we want to thank you. We want to speak to some of the other people here.
Yeah.
I will just randomly speak to a number of the people around here.
Yeah.
Whilst we see, let's see if we can just speak to one of them quickly. Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Please, my name is Eche.
I'm Mimi.
Mimi, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, so Mimi, what do you sell?
If you don't mind, you can
Please.
come with me. Let me show you. So we have a lot of stuffs here.
Okay.
We have the lady bags, key rings, and paintings.
You have paintings, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you were at the old site, right?
Yeah.
And then now you are in this new place. How has the transition been for you, like since then and now?
It has not been easy because, you know, we are not prepared before we were demolished. So, but now things are going better.
Much better.
Yeah, so we are managing.
Is there anything that you would have loved better about this location?
Everything is perfect. But for me, I think the other place is much bigger than here. And I think the shops too are much more than here. But according to the arrangement there, everything is better.
This place is more
because,
orderly.
The other place, you know, customers who go to a certain shop, they will not come here. But here, once the person starts from the beginning, then to the
shop.
end. So I think
it gives you a better advantage. All right.
So everything is fine.
I'm glad to hear. Please tell me your name.
My name is Sika.
Sika. Okay, Sika, you also at this market.
Yeah.
Were you also at the old place?
I was.
How is it now? This new market, how is it for you?
At first, in fact, the market was so good at the back over there. But now, because it is new, we are now picking up small.
But people still come around.
Yeah, they
is that not
do,
the case?
but not as much as at the back when we were at our previous place.
Okay. But you sell what exactly?
I do clothing, beads, African slippers, musical instruments, drums like maracas, bags, and so on and so forth. I have carvings and then other things. Everything concerning Africa.
That's nice. What would you do with a much bigger place? Because you talked about a bigger space in the old place. What would you do in a bigger space if that was to come to you?
To extend our business. Because our business, we need a very big place to do all because we have some, because of the space matter, some of our things are not here.
Okay.
We have big masses, some bigger than even you. Then we have drums bigger than so the space here is small. Assuming we have all this, you come here, you see traditional drums, the bigger ones, and then the masses and then everything. But because of the space, that's why you are seeing all this thing. And we still have stuff in our shop, in our storerooms. Because of the space limitation, that's why we have these limited products here.
Bature is also one of the people here. Bature, now you are, what do you sell here?
I sell beads and design beads.
So there's a difference between beads and the design beads.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we have the raw form.
Okay.
And the one that we design as a necklace.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I see a lot
because
of colorful
if
ones
it is
here.
like this, some people can use it, but some would like to
blend it
and then create a certain design that will suit somebody.
How long have you been doing this business?
Oh, I've been doing this business for about 27 years.
Ooh, that's a lifetime.
Yeah.
And it's brought benefits as you would expect.
Yeah, but because I use that one to take care of my children.
Okay. And that's helped you?
Two are in tertiary.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's the same work that I do.
Okay.
So which means it has
At
brought
least
a
it's brought in some.
Yes.
That's really good to hear.
Because I've invested in them through this business, which means
wonderful.
Yeah.
We're just taking a look back on 2 years and over when the demolition happened in your bigger space, and now that we are here. But tell me what the dynamics have been since then and now.
Since then, business has gone down. Even at the time, I have an order to do.
All right, within the time?
The time, yes. I have prepared the item, they are there, and then all of them.
So what,
that
were
money
destroyed?
or that was destroyed. It was a shocking thing that we did not expect that thing will happen at that period. And then it happens. I'm at home. Before
it's
got here, everything is gone.
But now
the investment that I made in it, all is gone. So.
But here you are. You have a new place now. How
starting
things
gradually,
are picking up? Small.
Things are now picking, not
as fast as. Okay. So, is there anything else in particular that any of you are looking for from government or any of the state authorities with regards to your trade and your crafts?
You know, everybody needs assistance from the central government. You know, like what you're doing now is also impact to bring people in. Ours is the government should put eyes on this sector. It will take up this unemployment issue. Yeah, so I'm looking at government should just
focus more on this area.
Because if you go to Ethiopia, there are graduates. If you go to these francophone countries, I'm telling you, that's the business that they do. It takes a chunk of the youth from the street to that sector. So the central government will not be burdened on certain. It will reduce even some of the unemployment. Yes.
All right, but thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm glad that at least you're back on your feet and you're going about your business on and on. Yeah. So this elderly woman also sells here. Ma, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
But I could like it before.
Oh, my
Uncle on a general over shop yama.
And we are Pomo, the Majorana, young Wofa, which Wofa shirt away. The view of our Jonue, play young Wofa Jonue, Yamajana, a Jana Batakaliwe. Jana unchofe atizoti walking stick.
Okay. All right. Mino anyiba majia fi over kakami shop so. Laka ola na mi cho 2020 no ama ka cover sele if you are like in your business.
Yeho ma ko ele metai. Na me na ma ode. No mi ke joba ide amegere o me ka tanva.
Ameno plan na one.
No, amega o kenye mi ami do store we. Amero me ka tanva ko store. Elle avait un Abetifi vo. On va glona mi be mi fofu mi aro ko we anyi gba lape mi fofu mi aro ko we ami Abetifi ma fofu re do me ko be mi wa store new ame si ame blen ga ba ko wa store me la fe me ko enyi me den dan ko bo o le store kaka ebe o le store kaka ma vai budoza Bovon we do. And the
What you almost playing?
I will. Unkume mum. At the matron to come and night step in. I call a soldier all the two that see. Police all the two that see. No kaijo. American matin for no. Ne ma wole gba we ame wo gba be tevo me be o la ti no sia no dugu kan ti bete de ka no sia no vo bete e ba no pa me for 2 years dey e defo na me fifia ma wo va me no be vetare mi po e file leke amo wa va ma mo plan de ka akela o lebe ne o vare o mele papa si bo akema utai amesi amadu okay. You've seen a picture from 2021, and then what the situation now is at the Tetekwashi Arts and Crafts Market here in Accra. What these traders are telling us is that, well, they're still in business, so you can come around here and transact business with them. And of course, to the government, the message is clear. Perhaps this is a time for some negotiations to be able to give these people their own permanent place. This has been said loud here on GhanaWeb TV. My name is Eche Atisu. Until another time, be kind to one another.
Welcome to the Ghana ICT Hub, a partnership between MTN Ghana and the Government of Ghana through the Ministry of Communications and Digitization. MTN pledged to support Ghana's digitization agenda in line with its ambition to lead the delivery of digital solutions for Africa's progress. In fulfillment of this pledge, MTN Ghana has committed $25 million toward the realization of the Ghana ICT Hub project. The objectives of the Ghana ICT Hub project is anchored on the following: to create an ICT-enabled environment for human capital and ICT skills development, to develop an ICT ecosystem through remote access delivery to facilitate job creation for national development, to provide a modern, state-of-the-art physical infrastructure to serve as a pillar for the digital Ghana agenda. The physical infrastructure, when completed, will provide 4,000 square meters of space with the following facilities: laboratories for technology training and research, innovation hub, co-working spaces for tech innovation startups, Tier 3 data center, conferencing facilities, offices and meeting rooms, commercial lettable spaces, gaming area, restaurant, ancillary facilities. The technology laboratories will be fitted with the next generation ICT equipment and applications to provide the youth of Ghana with practical training in Industry 4.0 technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, cloud computing, 3D printing, robotics, Internet of Things, IoT, advanced manufacturing techniques, cybersecurity, genetic engineering. The project also seeks to establish a complete ecosystem at the hub through remote access delivery to facilitate job creation for national development. The ecosystem shall comprise of MDAs, technology companies, startups, incubators, research agencies, leading universities globally, foundations worldwide, to create a community. 1. The ecosystem community shall bridge the divide between academia and industry and provide solutions to challenges in the key sectors of health, agriculture, and educational sectors of the economy. 2. It shall also run an innovation program providing mentoring and networking for the youth in tech startups. 3. The ecosystem community shall establish an innovation fund to support startups, research agencies, and other entities in the ecosystem. MTN Ghana and the Ministry of Communications and Digitization are championing the Ghana digital agenda for Ghana's development. Welcome to the digital age.
Everyone needs the perfect snack to munch on during a fun moment. Wow. Enjoy the tasty McBerry Twist Cupcakes, deliciously baked and packaged for a sweet treat. Premium quality cakes baked with love for all. Enriched in butter and milk.
Yummy.
Oh.
McBerry Twist Cupcakes. Simply irresistible. Try one today. This advert is FDA approved.
I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker. I want you. I wanna say yes, I can't resist. I want you. Ooh, I want you, Alpha Cracker. I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker.
Have a goodness rich in milk and butter in Alpha Cracker. Yummy and deliciously crunchy.
But I can't resist you.
Alpha Crackers, simply irresistible.
This advert is FDA approved.
Sweetheart, be mindful of your health. Idea Products Nadia Makeup. I welcome you to Sigma Health and Beauty. You can call us the Beauty Embassy. Who pursue beauty more revealed with quality makeup products. There is only one place. The Sigma Health and Beauty 2022 Ghana Makeup Awards Beauty Retail Business of the Year. Of course, we are the defending champions. World-class makeup brands and Kwanyet on, you name it. Maybelline, Dark and Lovely, House of Tara, and many more. Your professionalism in the beauty industry is unmatchable. Bramian the proper way of applying our products. Sigma Health and Beauty, Yewa Accra, Makola, Georgina Stores, and Rollins Park, Gate 4. Fryer 0248 138 596 and 0201 408 186. Or visit our online shop at www.beautyavenuegh.com. Sigma, your beauty, our joy.
Are you still searching for the right platform to share your voice, thoughts, and feelings? Then, the GhanaWeb Reporter on the GhanaWeb app is the perfect app for you. It is Ghana's only citizen journalism and infotainment platform. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, GhanaWeb Reporter links you up to the world. The reporter also gives you the opportunity to blog or become a citizen journalist, so you share stories with the rest of the world about cities, music genres, pop culture, tech, politics, etc. Download the GhanaWeb app from the Google Play Store or App Store on your smartphone and open it. Tap on the member button at the bottom of your screen and follow the easy steps to register with your phone number or email, and you are ready to become a reporter.
GhanaWeb Reporter, democratizing journalism and empowering content creators.
I can say Ghana will win, but other teams are also preparing.
I know, right?
Yeah, so it's a tough one.
Yeah.
And I believe when we do our things right, prepare the mindset of the players must have a winning mentality.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Sports Check with me, Patricia Roxanne Hammond. Today, I'm at the Savannah region with John Pencil. He's here actually to scout for local players for his, his scouting for talent for his team, and he's going to tell us all about it and some issues in the sports fraternity. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's glad to see you in person.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So tell us about your program, scouting for talent for your team. How many people are you looking at? are you looking for? Like, is it just going to be in the Savannah region, or you're going to travel to the other 16 regions?
I think, thanks for your question. It's a program that I've started since 2020.
Okay.
Say 3 years, now. Yeah. And I started it from Joje, Volta region. And I did 1, 2 at Afajatu South and also Sogakope. And then I did 1 at Pando. So last year I was here. This program that we are seeing today is a program that PBA, Bui Power Authority, come together with John Painter Football Club, John Painter Football Academy, to enhance their hands, to support the young players, give them freedom. Because looking at this place, some players think that looking at John Painter, looking at Mike Essien, Sule Muntari, John Mensah, Asamoah, how did they make it? And they feel like they are so far from us.
Yeah.
And that brings my mind to remember that I was also a scout and then picked from Brekum. And when I was playing for Brekum Arsenals.
Oh, okay.
By, may he so rest in peace, Coach Ike Afrani.
Okay.
So he was doing more of a scouting. That's where I was discovered. Muntari was discovered at the same time.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, so myself and Muntari used to play for the school, Interregionals. We were playing Bolga. Then we were discovered. So the first phase was to play for Ghana Academicals.
So until you go out to scout, you will not get the talent. There are a lot of talents out there, you people.
There's a lot of talent players hidden somewhere. There's
yeah.
A lot of Asamoah, a lot of John Painto, a lot of John Mensah, Mike Essien, hidden somewhere.
I can even say even more.
More.
More better.
So the more you scout, the more you get the quality.
Discover them,
For me, I don't believe in quantity, but I believe in quality. So when I go close to BPA, Bui Power Authority, the CEO was the one that I worked with him previously when I did my first one in Joje. He was then a member of Parliament, a minister for chieftaincy. So I went to do that, and then he helped many players to travel, to come to Accra, and most of them have also get the opportunity to play there. Big clubs in Accra.
Oh, that's nice.
And some have also traveled, and then they are back. So when he became the CEO for Bui Power Authority, he also said, I mean, since he is the CEO here, he wants to also give back to the community, the society. So we had that program. First program was last year, and it's a program that we're going to do every year. So we played a community cup, 16 community teams, and then we played the final. So there's a donation, footballs, jerseys, medals. So at the end of the day, we'll pick the Fantastic Five that will join John Painting football team.
Out of the 3 years scout?
No, every year we pick 5.
Oh, okay.
Every year we pick five Fantastic Five. We are looking at the age of 15 to 19.
Okay.
But we want to catch them young, so we mostly focusing on the under 15. Because under 15, give them 4 years, they will mature and become great players and represent Ghana or any big clubs in Europe or in our local.
Not necessarily the national team, but it's going to be your personal.
Yes, it's personal, and then being my personal will definitely become the national assets in
Someday,
future. So the idea is to give the young players chance, give them freedom to play and also to showcase their talent. We want to tell them that wherever they find themselves and see us on top, they can easily become as us one day.
Yeah.
So normally what we do is that after selecting the whole players, last year was almost 150 players.
Wow.
Then we have to cut it down to 60, then train them, cut them to 25. So that 25 will play against the ex-Black Stars players, including myself. Last year was Uforikwe, Patrick Villas, Isaac Vosa, Memunatu, Suleiman. So we bring all these players to come and play with the young boys for them to also feel like Okay, it's John Painting I saw on TV.
How is it like playing with them? Obviously, some will be starstruck. So when they see you coming, like kicking the ball, they rather want to relax and allow you to do it instead of competing with you.
No, they become excited and they compete with us. Last season, I think we drew. They score first goal and then we equalize at the end of the game. So it was a tough one. And this season, they are looking forward to beat us. So it's going to be a beautiful one. And then a great game. It's a great event. But I always say that never forget where you come from. Always remember where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Because I was scouted by Ike Afrani whilst I was in Brekum.
It's your turn to also do the same thing. Yeah.
So it's good to, follow his footsteps because I believe that when he scouted me, I was able to do well for the nation.
It's true.
So I want to replace that and then tell those young boys that they have freedom to play. They are not in bondage, they are not in prison, that they cannot showcase their talent. So this is all about this scouting program. Because from 1, you will move to 2.
Yeah.
Everyone needs the perfect snack to munch on during a fun moment.
Wow.
Enjoy the tasty McBerry Twist Cupcake, deliciously baked and packaged for a sweet treat. Premium quality cakes baked with love for all, enriched in butter and milk.
Yummy.
McBerry Twist Cupcakes, simply irresistible. Try one today. This advert is FDA approved.
So let's talk about the artificial pitches and then the natural one. How important, because I hear there are more astroturfs being constructed and all that. So I just want to find out how important are they to the sports fraternity?
I think they are.
Comparing it to the natural ones, allowing the grass to grow and all that.
Yeah, we all wish we can have the natural grass, but the country we are in, it will be difficult to maintain the grass pitch, which before it used to be like that. And then artificial pitch, it's also helping because it's not bad. We have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3.
Okay.
But what I've observed is the ones that we are having here in Ghana is 2-phase, which is very good. The phase 1, a bit slippery, is like more of a rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the phase 2, phase 3 is more like the one they use in Russia. Because when you go to Russia or Ukraine, they use more of an artificial pitch because of the weather. Yeah, so for me, having more artificial pitch in Ghana will help, especially the upcoming players who want to.
And then the phase 2 of that.
The phase 2 or phase 3, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phase 1 is too slippery.
The phase 1 is very, very slippery because that one is a bit low.
Yeah.
And you can't even use the right boots. Then you have to use only the gym boot. But the phase 2, you see players using the normal football boots and you're comfortable. Okay. Which myself, I've been playing on it and I've seen that it's a good one.
Okay. Sami Kufo once criticized the artificial pitches, saying it is not the solution to Ghana's sports infrastructure. And what do you make of it?
I think it depends what he say. For me, the phase 3, when I was in Fulham, I remember one of our Europa Cup.
Yeah.
We went to Bulgaria, and then we play on artificial pitch, and it feels like the grass. That's what I'm saying. Phase 2, they have phases. Yeah, but if Senior is talking about the phase 1, then he's right to say the phase 1 is not right for the development of the young players. But the phase 2 and phase 3, like the normal one we've been seeing recently, it's good for their development.
Okay, back to your talents, the people you're scouting for. Which of them are you tipping to become like a world football star, like goalkeeper?
Yeah, I'm looking at all angles because last year we picked 5 players and there's one player who stand up called Adoyesum. He's from this side, a town called Carpenter. On your way to Wenchi, you will see that small town. And he has been very, very good. Every match he played, he scored.
Wow.
He's only 15 years and he's standing up with the big boys. He's not scared. He changed every ball. So he's also going to be part of the stars who will be playing against the selected side this season. So yeah, he's He's amazing. I'm looking for all around. And like I said, we want to replace some names that I've mentioned before. We can have another Asamoah here. We can have John Mensah. We can have ACN, myself, John Painter. And then those boys who nearly future, they will come and help the nation.
How can Ghana win the 2023 AFCON, which will be held in Ivory Coast?
Yeah, it's on course. You know, these days football is dynamic. A lot of countries have also picked up and the preparation and arrangement, and it's how you want it. You go for it. And Ghana, looking at it, we have fantastic team. We have players who are playing for a lot of big clubs in Europe and then doing well. World Cup qualifying, how they qualify the nation, and going to Qatar, the performances. And then we believe that the sky is the limit. The boys are pushing, and with time, they'll start winning trophies for us. The Nations Cup, I can say Ghana will win, but other teams are also preparing.
I know, right?
Yeah, so it's a tough one.
Yeah.
And I believe when we do our things right, prepare the mindset of the players must have a winning mentality. Without winning mentality, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you take one at a time as it comes, and I believe that we are too close, very, very close to win the cup.
Ghana will be playing Central African Republic, I think, in the final. Is it possible for Ghana to qualify?
Oh yeah, it's possible, and it's a must qualify, and it's a must win, which the boys are ready, and I don't think they're coming this far, they're going to let anything down.
Yeah.
We believe that all the supporters, all people in Ghana will support the team so that they can qualify the nation.
What do you make of Mohamed Kudus' move to West Ham?
Fantastic move, and I know that West Ham always go for special ones. West Ham always go for special ones, and then I believe that they also make a good choice by having Kudus in their team. It's been so long they were looking for a player like that. They used to have Yossi Benayoun, who was antics, who have the free role, moving left and right, creating opportunities, free kicks, and then goal scoring abilities. And they have Telly Sheringham before, who also was an engine like a Kudus. And then Tevez also came. So after these three players that I've mentioned, they've never had anyone like those players. So having Kudus, that reminds me that they will be looking for Kudus for a very long time. Yeah, so I think it's a good move for both club and then the player.
Okay. Thank you very much. But I want your final words to the next region you'll be visiting to scout for talent.
Well, we are trying to move to Bolga in the next scouting program, and I'm looking forward. That's where we can find the players who think they're in the bondage, they are in prison, they can't showcase their talents, and I want to urge them that they are not in prison. We are here to give you guys opportunity to establish and then also showcase your talent, and then give you freedom to play football. This is John Painter, the CEO and the founder of John Painter Football Academy, and I wish you guys all the best, and I'm looking forward to see you. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
You're right.
And that's it for Sports Check on GhanaWeb TV with me, Patricia Roxanne Hammond. Until same time next week, stay blessed.
Sweetheart, be mindful of your health. Idea Products Nadia Makeup. I welcome you to Sigma Health and Beauty. You can call us the Beauty Embassy. We pursue beauty more revealed with quality makeup products. There is only one place. The Sigma Health and Beauty 2022 Ghana Makeup Awards. Beauty Retail Business of the Year. Of course, we are the defending champions. World-class makeup brands and Kwanyet on. You name it. Maybelline, Dark and Lovely, House of Tara, and many more. Your professionalism in the beauty industry is unmatchable. Brahmi ensure the proper way of applying our products. Sigma Health and Beauty, Yewa Accra, Makola, Georgina Stores, and Rollins Park, Gate 4. Fryer 0248 138 596 and 0201 408 186. Or visit our online shop at www.beautyavenuegh.com. Sigma, your beauty, our joy.
Everyone needs the perfect snack to munch on during a fun moment.
Wow.
Enjoy the tasty McBerry Twist Cupcakes, deliciously baked and packaged for a sweet treat. Premium quality cakes baked with love for all, enriched in butter and milk.
Yummy. Oh.
McBerry Twist Cupcakes, simply irresistible. Try one today. This advert is FDA approved.
I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker. I want you. I wanna say yes, I can't resist. I want you. Ooh, I want you, Alpha Cracker. I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker.
Have a goodness rich in milk and butter in Alpha Cracker. Yummy and deliciously crunchy.
But I can't resist you.
Alpha Crackers, simply irresistible.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome to the Ghana ICT Hub, a partnership between MTN Ghana and the Government of Ghana through the Ministry of Communications and Digitization. MTN pledged to support Ghana's digitization agenda in line with its ambition to lead the delivery of digital solutions for Africa's progress. In fulfillment of this pledge, MTN Ghana has committed $25 million toward the realization of the Ghana ICT Hub project. The objectives of the Ghana ICT Hub project is anchored on the following: to create an ICT-enabled environment for human capital and ICT skills development, to develop an ICT ecosystem through remote access delivery to facilitate job creation for national development, to provide a modern, state-of-the-art physical infrastructure to serve as a pillar for the digital Ghana agenda. The physical infrastructure, when completed, will provide 4,000 square meters of space with the following facilities: laboratories for technology training and research, innovation hub, co-working spaces for tech innovation startups, Tier 3 data center, conferencing facilities, offices and meeting rooms, commercial lettable spaces, gaming area, restaurant, ancillary facilities. The technology laboratories will be fitted with the next generation ICT equipment and applications to provide the youth of Ghana with practical training in Industry 4.0 technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, cloud computing, 3D printing, robotics, Internet of Things, IoT, advanced manufacturing techniques, cybersecurity, genetic engineering. The project also seeks to establish a complete ecosystem at the hub through remote access delivery to facilitate job creation for national development. The ecosystem shall comprise of MDAs, technology companies, startups, incubators, research agencies, leading universities globally, foundations worldwide, to create a community. 1. The ecosystem community shall bridge the divide between academia and industry and provide solutions to challenges in the key sectors of health, agriculture, and educational sectors of the economy. 2. It shall also run an innovation program providing mentoring and networking for the youth in tech startups. 3. The ecosystem community shall establish an innovation fund to support startups, research agencies, and other entities in the ecosystem. MTN Ghana and the Ministry of Communications and Digitization are championing the Ghana digital agenda for Ghana's development. Welcome to the digital age.
Are you still searching for the right platform to share your voice, thoughts, and feelings? Then the GhanaWeb Reporter on the GhanaWeb app is the perfect app for you. It is Ghana's only citizen journalism and infotainment platform. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, GhanaWeb Reporter links you up to the world. The reporter also gives you the opportunity to blog or become a citizen journalist, so you share stories with the rest of the world about cities, music genres, pop culture, tech, politics, etc. Download the GhanaWeb app from the Google Play Store or App Store on your smartphone and open it. Tap on the member button at the bottom of your screen and follow the easy steps to register with your phone number or email, and you are ready to become a reporter.
GhanaWeb Reporter, democratizing journalism and empowering content creators.
Let's go for couples counseling and you are resisting, then there's a problem.
Most often, before people go for therapy, they've already made up their mind. You can't tell, what's the therapist going to tell me? That after the section, the experiences you had from the 15 exes are gone, or the fact that you had HIV and they are telling me,
right there.
Considering your partner's past is a personal decision that varies from person to person. And on Moss and Cuddles today, I have Kiki and Ellie to help me in this discussion. My name is Patricia Roxanne Hammond. I would like to start with Ellie, the only gentleman among us. Considering your partner's past before marriage, is this something you consider?
well, thank you for this opportunity. Considering the past of everything, and anything is something I'll do in making a future decision. Because I believe that for you to have a very successful future and one to boast of, you must know about your past, be able to evaluate your past mistake, then you'll be able to make informed decisions for your future. So considering my partner's past life, past experiences, is something that I would really hold key in deciding whether I would want to move our relationship from a normal relationship to, say, a marriage life. So yes, I would consider.
Kiki, would you consider?
Yes, I will consider my partner's past because I believe that everybody has skeletons in their cupboard. Some people don't have one, they don't have two, but thousands. And there are some things in your past you can't really keep away from your partner because it will definitely bite you in the ass.
Is everything that you need to say?
Not everything, but there are some key things in your past. I feel like your sexual STI history, if there's a case of an abortion, a child, those things, I feel like, yes, I would like to know, but I don't care how many bodies you have, your body count, how many exes you have. Those things are really not important to me, but to some extent, I will consider my partner's past before marriage.
And it's not being selfish when you have to consider certain things because, likewise, you also have a past.
Yeah, so if you abide by
So should it always be about you and what you want?
Not necessarily. Well, I have a philosophy that once you go into marriage, there is no turning back. So you only separate when death do you apart. Do you get it? So you have to make sure that you can really stay with whatever decision you are going with. Like Kiki said, she doesn't mind body count, she doesn't mind the number of exes and all that, but I would. And it's not because I am selfish, because I believe that most relationships end on a bad note. Do you get it? So say you have 15 exes, you have 15 traumatic.
That's the generation that we're in, because you're with this person, the next time you move. So at the end of the day, you realize, if you sit down and you want to count, you realize you have more than 10, you've been with more than 10 people.
Yes. And if all these 10 people cause you pain and have left a traumatic effect, or in psychology we have something we call carryover effect. My partner to be is going to carry over, say, out of the 15 exes, it was only one that ended on a positive note. The 14 others were from bad experiences and all that. That means I'm going to have carryover effects from 14 partners. And these things, whether I like it or yes, are going to shape our relationship. So yes, these are the things that I would consider. And it doesn't necessarily mean I'm selfish. It means that I am taking advantage of my right to choice at the moment. Because the moment you are married,
there's nothing like choice.
You guys have been together for like 4 or 5 years?
Yes.
And you knew about all of these things, but immediately marriage sets in, or you realize that you are approaching marriage. That is when you want to now consider some lifestyles or some issues from the past.
Well, I think that is where counseling comes in. We have something called couples counseling. So if you as an individual accepts that, okay, in my past relationships, my partner cheated on me, my partner was verbally abusive, emotionally and physically, and I know that I am also traumatized, I have PTSD, then I'm willing to work on those things with you in couples therapy. But if you act like, no, she just cheated on me, but then whilst we were dating within the 4 years, I knew that you had traces of PTSD. And I'm telling you, okay, now we are going to be together forever. We are going to get married. Let's go for couples counseling. And you are resisting, then there's a problem.
You let go.
I won't just let go, but I will. Yes, you have to meet me halfway. Because to be with you forever, you have to accept that you're traumatized. You can't be jumpy. You can't be asking to go through my phone, knowing fully well that you're doing these things because your past exes, your past relationships caused you so much pain and trauma, and now you're insecure. And you're taking it out on me. How would I be happy with you?
Yes. So that is the carryover effect I was talking about. I'm not married, obviously, but we say movies are literature, and literature is a reflection of our society. So you watch in movies, a man comes home very late from work, and the wife will be like, "I've seen this before. Where did you see it from?" It's from your past relationship. Yes. You go, you suspect something is wrong. Instead of talking to the person, instead of talking to your partner, the first thing you do is to go to their phone to go and ask for answers from their phone. All these things are past experiences. If I should give you my phone now, and you go through, there are about, say, more than 3 people I call baby, I call a sweet one. It doesn't mean we have a relationship. It's a kind of rapport I have with them.
It's a kind of rapport you have with them. But
yes.
In a case, you know, you want to consider your partner's past. And your partner will also want to stand on that anytime you're chatting with your female friends, you're like, sweetheart, baby, my love, honey, honey boo boo. You are doing all of those things. Yes. And she feels insecure getting into marriage with you. How would you feel?
Yeah, so you talk to me about it. And yes, I would make amends. I was quit doing that. But if you get married, you can't be calling every other lady your baby, your sweet one, and all that.
You wouldn't be doing that.
Yes, I won't be doing that. Do you get it? So that is something that you can solve. Do you get it? But I'm talking about the past experiences, and then
it is an objection which raises questions of consistency. So the previous witnesses who appeared did that in the absence of the IGP. So counsel is saying that in good conscience and in fairness, why have we allowed the witnesses who previously appeared minus the IGP to sit in when it is his turn to take his stance and speak to the committee? Now, one thing that we must bear in mind is that at the moment, our proceedings are public. It's a public hearing until we go out of, sight and out of view from the cameras. That being the case, I want us to adopt a middle ground. It cannot be said that the statements the IGP is going to make here would be coded in a manner that these witnesses cannot hear. If we were to ask them to go into the next office, there is a screen. They will have the benefit of hearing whatever the IGP would say. No, for the sake of consistency. So that now they are raising issues of equity, good conscience. It shouldn't appear as if, we are not extending the same treatment we offered the other witnesses to the IGP. So on that score, I think that the witnesses here would lose nothing if we were to say, you know what, kindly recuse yourself, go into the next office, you can watch on the screens. If that would give them comfort, Chairman, I think we should proceed in that order in order to cure any perception, possible perception that
there is no perception.
We are not extending a level playing field to
there's nothing,
the parties who
there
appear
is
before
nothing
us.
like giving somebody an advantage, because they should say that their presence here will not give them the space to testify. That's not what he's saying. And I've said, I've given you a very good premise, that there was no issue of consistency of treatment when we started the interrogation, because we couldn't have called the IGP to come and sit in when we started, because nothing concerned the IGP. Guys, let's get it right. And I do not know the kind of disadvantage the IGP will suffer if the people are listening to him. What is the problem? There's no problem at all. They are not going to say one word. On the contrary, the one whose voice we hear is the IGP. Nobody's going to, there's no lawyer here who's going to stop the IGP in the middle of that when he was trying to tell us, if you like, the preliminary issues. And Council, I want to stress this. The preliminary issues that they said here, that we give him space to state his position as a preliminary matter, because he was not present when those allegations were made. And we want to be fair to the IGP and let the IGP dilate a bit on some of the things they said. But to invent another principle that there's inconsistency in this matter is neither here nor there. Because it is not the people sitting here who determine what the IGP will say. So please, Council, if you want the IGP to speak, let him speak. If you don't want the IGP to speak, say so. But with this other argument that their presence is evidence of inconsistency, is not borne out by what we've done here, the proceedings. Because who knew what was going to happen today? But for the fact that what they said, I sitting here as a chairman, I didn't know what they were going to say. So how can I invite the IGP in advance to come and sit when I didn't know what they were going to say? There's no member of this committee who knew what these individuals were going to say. In fact, we didn't even call, these individuals. We called Chief Bugri Nabu first. Is that not so? And then he said these were the individuals who were having, if you like, a tete-a-tete with. That is why we called them. I don't know whether my memory is messing me up, but when we called Chief Bugri Nabu, these individuals, were they here? They were not here. They are having a conference. Let them finish. I've answered it. I've done it. Council, what is your view? And I want to proceed. Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I also want you to be able to proceed. All I am saying is, on the 17th, from you, your very self, Honorable Chairman, at page 4 of the report, the transcription, you said, so Bugri Nabu will open the floodgates. I think the IGP is mentioned, is he not? So he could be a potential witness. Note that we would invite the police commissioner too. That's why I am saying it was not after the testimonies that you knew who to invite. Before the testimonies, you knew who you were going to invite. So at that point, you should have invited the IGP. As to who was a potential witness, it didn't come after the testimonies. It came in your first meeting, way before Bugri Nabu was called. And I am taking this from a report given to us by this committee I'm not making anything up.
Can you tell this committee in a few words? I wouldn't want to have a banter. You know you can't do that. Listen to me carefully.
Yes.
Can you tell this committee the injury you will suffer if they are seated there? Then I take a decision. What injury are you going to suffer? I don't get it. What injury are you going to suffer so that we note it and take a decision? What injury are you going to suffer?
In the event that they stayed outside, what injury will they also suffer? And what injury will the committee also suffer?
See, the committee is not sitting only today. And please mark my words carefully. And I'm going to say it finally because you can waive your right not to speak. And I wouldn't worry my soul at all. These are going to be my final words to you. And I don't want to continue with the banter. I don't need it. You have an opportunity to speak. You see, these individuals and even the IGP are going to continue after here. We are not ending proceedings today. And some of the proceedings will be so important, it will be in camera. So therefore, it is relevant that they listen to what IG is saying. Because the proceedings are not ending today.
On current relationship.
That is what it is.
The person is going through your phone.
And the matters affect them. And the IG.
In their past relationship, probably
it's like you saying that in the court of law, there's a plaintiff and the defendant. The defendant is testifying. The plaintiff should go out.
That is why past experience.
I don't get the logic of it. So I will say more than this. I give the Inspector General of Police
you get it. So like
the opportunity
the person is willing
to deal with the preliminary issues. And if he wants to do that, we will give him the space to do it. If he doesn't want to do that, I leave it to your judgment as a lawyer. That is all I will say for now. So, the Inspector General of Police, we want to commence the interrogation of the matter.
Mindful of your health.
And I want to lead
I
in
welcome
some
you to
areas.
Sigma Health and Beauty.
Mr. Chairman, may I
call us
crave
the
your
beauty
indulgence
embassy.
once
Who
more?
pursue beauty and more revealed
we
with quality makeup products.
guided
There is only
by
one
the
place.
ruling
The
of the
Sigma
committee?
Health and
Is
Beauty
this
2022
statement
Ghana
just
Makeup
made
Awards. Beauty
the
Retail
ruling
Business
of
of
the
the Year.
committee?
Of course,
So
we
that the
are the
records will
defending
reflect
champions.
that this was the
World-class
ruling of
makeup
the
brands
committee.
One it on.
Yes.
Name it.
You raise
House
an-
of Tara. And many more. Your professionalism in the beauty industry is unmatchable. Oba Hofefo. Ramin show the proper way of applying our products. Sigma Health and Beauty, Yewa Accra, Makola, Georgina Stores, and Rollins Park, Gate 4. Fryer in 0248 138 596 and 0201 408 186. Or visit our online shop at www.beautyavenuegh.com. Sigma, your beauty, our joy.
Everyone needs the perfect snack to munch on during a fun moment.
Wow.
Enjoy the tasty McBerry Twist Cupcakes, deliciously big and packaged for us. Simply irresistible. Try one today.
Whatsoever. And their presence here should not hurt the flow of what the IGP will say. Inspector General of Police.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
the IGP is ready.
Okay. So,
Sorry, Chairman, before we proceed, I need to address certain issues. Chairman, with the greatest of respect, I think as a committee, it's important that we build consensus. I don't like it when I raise issues that I think are, clearly in tandem with practice and procedure, and to be told in the face by my chairman that if you're minded, I would overrule my vice chairman. I think the committee must learn to build consensus. Or if you overrule me, I call for a division. And then my position on the matter is captured on the record. So I don't like to hear statements like, I could overrule my chairman and we make progress. If you say things like that, I call for a division so that how I feel about the matter is captured on record. No. So with that in mind, I think we can make progress. Let's learn to build consensus, in these matters.
yes, how you feel about the matter has been captured already. Because you spoke and it was done.
No, but you said you'd overrule me.
But the speaker overrules us all the time.
I have a voice here. If you overrule
but
me,
if a chairman can overrule a vice, why is he a chairman?
I'll call for a division. And you know what that means.
Chairman, I think Council has given indication that the IGP is ready, and we want to listen to him. I think that is what Ghanaians are waiting for. Thank you.
Inspector General of Police, have you had the benefit of listening to the audio tape?
Honorable Chair, thank you. And thank you to the members of the committee. I would like to say that, Honorable Chair, if you permit me, before I speak to that, I want to make a few opening remarks.
Sure.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, there have been a lot of issues about my person, and I would like to take the opportunity granted me today to speak to a few of them for about the next 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. Honorable Chair, the first thing I want to speak to is my parentage, and it's important for a very good reason. I am a multi-ethnic Ghanaian, and the fundamentals is this. My father, Openi George Akosua Dampare. The mother comes from Achimwoso, or their ancestral home at Kwawua Sakraka. His father comes from Chebi, and his father comes from the village. I'm trying to put it together, I'm sorry. Begro, and my father's father comes from Begro, and his father comes from Okropon. My mother comes from the Siam. My mother's name is Agnes Siam, maiden name. She comes from the Siam family of Chinarase, who migrated to live at Nkonya Ropon. So looking at me, that is the space of my parentage. I am a multi-ethnic Ghanaian, and that's why I'm passionate about Ghana. Now, in terms of my education, I didn't have the benefit of going to a secondary school, but by the grace of God and by the mentorship of many, as well as hard work, from a private studies for my O-level through to A-level, became a chartered accountant, and acquiring master's degrees, both of them with distinction, up to the level that I had my doctorate degree in finance and management, with multiple other professional qualifications that time will not permit. In terms of my policing career, Honorable Chair, I entered the police service with a level as a recruit, And by December this year, I will have been 33 years in the service. And it means that all my colleagues here today, in terms of who came into the police service first, I senior all of them. And in addition to that, within the 33 years that I have been a police officer, I've risen through the ranks to become Commissioner of Police, and later His Excellency the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, honored me with the position of Inspector General of Police. Honorable Chair, my progression within the police service is this. I reported to training on 1st of December 1990. I completed training as a constable on 30th of August 1991. And from constable, within a period of 24 years, I became a commissioner, unprecedented. What is even more unprecedented is that from constable 1991, within a period of a little over 6 years, from constable, I became a lieutenant of police. And that is even more unprecedented than becoming a commissioner within 24 years.
Who was the IGP when you became a superintendent?
Honorable Chair, I don't have that information readily, but if you will allow me to finish the opening remarks, and I will be ready to answer any question that comes so that I can flow. Thank you. I became a subtenant in 1997. 1997, I became a subtenant, and that was on the 1st of June 1997. So becoming a constable on 30th of August 1991, by 6 years and probably a few months, I became a subtenant of police. And that is very unprecedented. And this is how it happened. When I joined the service and looked at all the policies within the service, I realized that there's a policy that encourages education. That if you attain a particular qualification, you get a particular rank. So I started off my A-level also by private studies, and I was able to get my A-level done. And as a result of that, on the 5th of April 1993, I was promoted to the rank of sergeant. That is 2 years after I became a constable. Then in the course of it, still learning and taking advantage of the policies that encourage education, I embarked on a professional course to become a chartered accountant. And I pursued the course, and at a point when I passed certain sessions of the course, which was within a year after I became a sergeant, I was promoted to Chief Inspector on the 1st of September 1994, which means a constable 1991, 2 years down the line, a sergeant 1993, and then roughly 1 year down the line, Chief Inspector 1994. Then I had a privilege, and also for the record, when I was at the depot as a constable, before I passed I was a constable, from recruit to constable. By the grace of God, I won all the awards, with the exception of one, which is marksman shooting. I had a privilege in 1995 to go to the police academy, then the police college. And there, at the end of the day, I became an ASP in 1996. And also the best cadet for the course. And also by divine providence, I won all the awards with the exception of marksmanship, which is shooting. Then thereafter, in the same year, 1996, I became a chartered accountant. 1996, I became a chartered accountant. That is a course that I started and completed within a period of 2.5 years. So when I became a chartered accountant, then I made a submission to the police leadership on the basis of the existing police regulations on promotions. And they promoted me based on that qualification to Subtenant of Police a little over a year after I become ASP. It means I'm one of the few people ever to be in the police service who never became a DSP, Deputy Subtenant of Police, before becoming a subtenant. So that is for the record. And what it means is that when I became a subtenant, most of the senior people around, including my own big brother George, was an ASP. So from there, I became chief subtenant after 6 years of being a subtenant. And after that, and my chief subtenant was on 1st of February 2003. That is from 1997, after 6 years or thereabout, I became a chief subtenant. And from there, roughly another 4 years, I became Assistant Commissioner of Police. And another 4 years, I became Deputy Commissioner of Police. And roughly another 4 years, I became Commissioner of Police, which is the Commissioner of Police, Assistant Commissioner of Police 2006, Deputy Commissioner of Police 2010, Commissioner of Police 2014. What it means is that within police regulations, promotions are based on the number of years you serve, your competencies, your integrity, your character, and availability of vacancies. And looking at my promotions, beyond the miracle aspect of it, the rest of my promotions started following the normal course. And at times I did find myself, why was God not in it to help me to keep moving the way I have to move? So in terms of my qualifications, my ranking in the police service, it has been purely based on my competences, my academic qualifications, and hard work because of the passion I have for the work. I have not at any point in time been called aside by any individual and granted me any favor that I do not deserve. Honorable Chair, in terms of positions I've held, I have been across virtually every command within the service. And at a point, because of my commitment to work, I was handling multiple schedules at the National Headquarters. Because if you give me a work, you just have to consider it done. Because that is me. I get things done, and I work around teams to get them done on the basis of Genesis 1:26, where I know God himself said, let us create, indicating that God being the originator of teamwork, you cannot do anything and function without teamwork. And that has been my style. So in all this, it got to a point I became the most senior Commissioner of Police, that is the next to the Inspector General of Police. And when that Inspector General of Police retired, His Excellency, the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, found me worthy to take that position and work together with my colleagues, together with all the other security agencies, to ensure peace, security, law, and order in this country of ours. So it is on this note that anytime I have the opportunity, I do say to Mr. President that forever, myself, my family, especially my wife and children, and my extended families which are dotted across the country, will be forever grateful to him for finding me worthy to occupy the position and working in concert with my colleagues in order to prosecute the agenda of the police in line with our constitutional mandate. Honorable Chair, let me speak briefly about my colleagues here. George is my big brother. JB is my kid brother. Asari is my brother. The beautiful thing is this, Honorable Chair. We've been together for far long. And my brother George, you know, his wife, since I joined the police today, I call her my mom. And that will never change. And JB, my brother, my kid brother, when I became the Inspector General of Police, I call you and offer you the position of Director Cybercrime. My brother Asari has already gone through a whole process at various places. And by the time I came, he was still at the position of where he is today. We will not have recourse to as to where precisely he wants to be. And this is how I have coexisted with all of them. And as you can see from behind, all my management teams are here because that is how we do our things. Then, all of a sudden, this matter came up, and the matter was about finding out what has happened and who said what